Hey guys, Smashbox here, and today we are going to learn how to contour and highlight. Okay, so the first thing I like to do right before starting, I just like to pin up my hair. You don't have to necessarily pin it. You can put it in a bun, a ponytail, a headband, whatever you feel most comfortable with. So before actually starting with our contouring, I like to prep my skin. One thing I like to start off with, well, what I've been actually recently using, and this came up with the Sephora 100 Point Perks, and this is the Belif, the True Cream / Aqua Balm. So once we have that moisturized, by the way, I already did that, so that's why you don't see me putting it on. We like to go on next to our eye cream. So I've been using the Caudalie Eye Lifting Balm. Again, this is very hydrating, and you don't want to skip that step either, just because we are going to be doing some heavy contouring and highlighting, which is going to be, very concentrated within these areas. So you want to make sure that's also very moisturized. To prep for my foundation as a face primer, I've been using the Burberry Fresh Glow Nude Radiance. This stuff has been amazing. Once again, if you're looking for more of that dewy look or more of that radiant look, definitely something to do. And then just to finish it off, something I haven't done as my step today, I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This you can literally spray it all over, so just don't be scared to get in there and you're all set. Okay, so now that we are all prepped and primed, I'm going to be using our highlighting, but I'm going to be using first a cream highlighter and then a powder highlighter afterwards, just to set that up. First product that we're going to be using today is our Anastasia Cream Contour Kit. This stuff is amazing, and I'm going to be using the color Banana. So as you can see, it'll be right here. And being that the product is so potent and it's super pigmented, it can be a little bit drying. And even if you're not on the dry side, it can be a little bit harder to blend if you just use it as is. So I'm going to be mixing it in with my Tarte Pure Maracuja oil. And literally all you need to do is just put a drop of this stuff right into this. And then I have actually the Baby Beauty Blender, and this is perfect for concealers, for highlighters, or any of those. And then we just mix it in, and then you'll be able to see it. It is super pigmented. So the areas that we're going to be applying it in, it will be actually right under the eyes, towards the cheeks, and I'll explain more on the way. So first place we want to apply it in is right underneath our eyes. And you're going to apply it as a triangle. So I'm going to bring it all the way back here, just because when I bring it back here, it'll actually give you a nice facelift. So who doesn't want that, right? And we're just going to blend it right in here. All right, so our under eyes are nice and highlighted, and we'll do the blending later. So from here on, we're going to just make a straight line going straight down the nose. So you're going to go right in this area. And this is just going to give it the appearance of the nose really looking nice and thin, of course, once we do the contouring. And then we're just going to apply it right above here. You don't want to go too high, because then, anywhere that you put in any of the highlighter is what's going to pretty much appear brighter and bigger. So if you put it higher, your forehead's going to look even bigger. Or in my case, it's going to look bigger. Okay. And I like to also highlight right around these areas. And then just a little bit right here on my chin. Okay. Do I look pretty? So after that, you pretty much just want to go ahead and blend it out. So when you blend it out, you want to blend it towards your cheeks areas, pretty much in the same direction you applied it. So if you put it straight down your nose, you're not going to be going like this. You're going to be going in the same direction. All right, and our cream highlight is all done. Okay, so now we're moving on to our cream contouring. So I'm just gonna use the same exact palette, and we are using the color Chocolate. And I already actually put the oil in, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mix it in there. And the brush that I'm going to be using today is the Sephora Pro Contour Highlight in number 80. We're going to go from the top of the ear. Make pretend there is a line going literally towards the corner of your mouth. Okay, so we're going to make, first thing I'd want you to do is just make a small line, just very, very tiny. Now, you don't want to pass your eye. However, only reason I told you to stop there is because you don't want the same intensity to be here to be also here as well. I actually removed just a little bit on my hands. So what I'm going to do from here now, instead of adding more product to reach towards this point, I'm just going to swipe whatever's there towards there. And we just go like that. So you see how there's kind of a fade effect? And then don't be, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. I feel like I actually just over contoured a little bit. So I'm just going to just blend this out a little bit more. And then that's it. And then from here, I actually like to elevate it just a little bit more so it gives it that very nice contoured kind of look. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So now from there, I'm going to go ahead and contour my forehead as well. So what I like to do, just do 2 lines right from here to here, not necessarily too much towards the center. So just one right there and right there. And then again, if you ever feel like you go too dark, don't worry about it. This is not how dark your contour is going to be. This is just how dark it has to be. Once you blend it out, it's going to go completely away. Well, not completely away, but you get it. It's going to be blended. All right. And there's that. And then we're also going to go right across our jawline. So now after this, I'm going to go ahead and use my Sephora number 79 Pro Contouring Brush. This brush is amazing. I use this for both my cream and my powder contouring kits, and it is amazing. It blends out really, really nicely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blend more upwards. So you don't want to blend going down or towards this way, because then you're going to pass your eye and then it's going to look connected. And you don't want to do it down because you want your contour to look really nice and clean. So you're going to blend up just like that. You can even blend within position, but don't, just don't go forward. So you see how that's nice and blended out? And then reason why I'm leaving it just a little bit more intense is because we're gonna go ahead and put our foundation afterwards, and you don't want it to be completely covered or unnoticeable. All right, and then same thing goes for the forehead area. So you see how the lines are going this way, you're gonna blend that way as well. And same thing goes for this. This area, you just wanna make sure you really blend it out, just because you don't want it to be super dark to the point where, you can really see the difference. So I'm going to put a little bit of whatever's left over from the cream contouring, and I'm just going to use that to go towards the sides of my nose. So you can do it pretty much starting from around this area, just a little bit lower than your eyebrow, and then just going towards here. Reason why you want to start there is because that's where your natural contour would be. And I am doing this super, super lightly. I feel like I look very manly-ish when I over contour there. All right, and our cream contouring is finished. Okay, so now that we're done contouring, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer, which this stuff is amazing. And we're gonna go ahead and now apply this everywhere where we highlighted. Okay, so now that you've applied it in the same exact highlighting areas, we're just going to go ahead and blend it in. So I'm going to be using the number 57 Airbrush Concealer Brush, and this stuff, I feel like I can't live without. This is what I use to also use my powder highlight, and it gives it such an amazing airbrush finish. All right, and this is how you should pretty much look like once you've blended out your concealer. I'm just gonna go ahead and now even everything out with my foundation. So the foundation I'm gonna be using today will be, and I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of this, it's called the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. It is a really hydrating foundation. It has coconut water in it, so you'll know off the bat it's actually hydrating. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to blend it out now with the big beauty blender, and we're going to apply it everywhere. You don't want to touch your highlight around too much, and the concealer, you just want to be very light with it. So you're going to pretty much apply it right around here, but being very gentle around this area. You can go towards your nose area if you'd like, but we're just going to even out these parts. All right, and this is pretty much how your foundation should look like afterwards. Also, a quick tip, just make sure your beauty blender is nice and damp. It'll actually take away any excess foundation that you may be using and you don't realize that. So now we're gonna go ahead and we are going to set our highlighter. I know we've been like packing things on, but this is why I told you it's important to moisturize. So we're gonna be using our Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Kit, and this is amazing. So the color that I'm gonna be using to actually set, there's just so you guys can see it. It's called the color Lyric. It's almost like that banana color that I used. So now I'm gonna go ahead and then put it pretty much everywhere where we highlighted once again. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna make sure your concealer doesn't crease up or it just doesn't move out of place. Also, one big tip, I don't like to swipe it because then I feel like the powders might get all over the place. Kind of try to dab it. And I'm using the same brush, by the way, the number 57 Sephora Airbrush Concealer. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set our contouring with the same Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and we're gonna be using their darkest shade, so it should be right here. And we're actually gonna be using these two shades, but I'm gonna show you this one first. Using the Sephora 79 Pro Contouring brush, we're gonna go ahead and grab that dark color, and I'm just gonna apply it same area, so right from the top of the ear, but we're just gonna be using a small line, and I elevated it just a little bit. So just up to there. Don't go any further. That's actually what we're going to be using the second color for. All right, so you should look something like this. And now we're going to go ahead and use that middle color. And reason why I stopped it from here is, remember how I said I like the intensity just from here, but for it not to be the same down here. So that's pretty much what it's gonna do. It's gonna give it that very nice diffused look. And I'm actually gonna be using a different brush. So this is the Sephora number 57 brush, and this is a Pro Precision powder. And being that it's kind of fat, that's what's gonna allow to give it that nice diffused look. And I'm gonna go ahead and go right over this, and then you can actually go right towards halfway. So remember, you don't want to pass your pupil. And now with whatever's left over, I'm gonna go ahead and also set the sides of my nose. And now I'm sure you've heard of the whole number 3 effect. You can also go ahead and do that. That'll also help give that nice diffuse and blended out look as well. All right, and your contouring is all set. And now just to end it off, I'm gonna be using a highlighter once again, but this is a little bit different. This is an illuminating highlighter, and the one I'm gonna be using is Laura Mercier, and this is just in the shade Highlight number 01, and it has that very pretty shimmery look to it. Now, going again with that number 57 brush by Sephora. I actually just wet it a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and dab it. And we're gonna create a V shape right around here. Now, I understand I said this was a highlighting powder. The highlighter that we used before was actually matte, so just in case you got a little confused, this is Illuminating. The one that we used before was matte. And you see we're just gonna go right within these areas. And I like to bring it all the way up and then just slightly right behind the ending part of your eyebrow. Above it, of course. All right, it should look something like that. All right, and we are pretty much done. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna finish off my eyes, put a little something on my lips and a blush, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, and we are all set. This is the finished look. All I did was just add a little something on the eyes, some blush, and a little something on the lips, which is, by the way, by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I will also write down all the products used in this video right down in the description box. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please write down in the section below. Give this a thumbs up. Please subscribe and follow me on Instagram. And see you guys next time.